Hey guys, it's Nat at Illustrious Shadows Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through the second year in my 5-year diary. So I've had this diary since 2023. It's in this gorgeous blue houndstooth, I think it's called Search and Find or Seek and Find cover, which is from Hobonichi. And as you can see, it's kind of chunking up a little bit. It's the bottom, the comparison. It's not doing too badly though. And actually, if we take it out, I don't take it out of the case very often, but it's not doing too bad. I put some post-it notes in because I want to show you some certain pages, but it's doing okay. And actually I'm quite pleased with how chunky it is, but also how not chunky it is. Because I've seen some videos where people have made them very, very chunky by this time at the end of year 2. And it just would worry me how I would manage to actually get it all the way to 5 years. So I'm quite pleased with how it's looking in general. I've got this little pin badge. It's not a pin, it's like a little magnet on here from Colour Cafe. My sister got me this for my birthday and I love it. It says, "Please don't touch my planner," in a little typewriter. And I've also gone ahead and I've put these little stickers on the front. I'm just going to bring you in a little bit, there you go. So I've put this little sticker, which is also from the Colour Cafe, on the front. And then this front page, I've just added a few extra bits to it. So if you've watched my last 5-year diary video, which I will link up in the corner up here, you will have seen this page before, but it won't have had quite as much on it. I've just added a couple of other bits. So not a huge change there. And then obviously this is all marked off, and I've just started a little pen log up in the corner. So I've got 3 refillable pens. The Ferris wheel press pen I don't use anymore. I really had high hopes for it, but actually unfortunately it's not a very good pen. It's really plasticky. It breaks really easily, so I've had 2 of them now because I got a second one sent out to me because the first one had a broken barrel within like 2 days of using it, so I don't use this very often. I was just a little bit disappointed with the quality of it. So this is a new ink that I got for Christmas from my sister, and I was hoping to put this in my Lamy Safari and take it out of the box because this ink is beautiful and I really want to try it, but unfortunately I'm going to have to wait a little bit. So this is it out of the box. It's got a little bit of shimmer in the bottom, but I unfortunately haven't been able to actually use this yet. What happened was I was trying to clean the converter on my Lamy Safari, which is sitting very forlornly at the top of my desk at the moment, and I wasn't paying completely full attention, and I took the converter out, cleaned it, took it all apart, cleaned all the parts, and then I, for some reason, decided to shove one of the parts of the converter straight down the barrel of the converter the wrong way up. And when it gave me a little bit of tension, which things do when you put them in the wrong way, instead of just stopping and thinking that doesn't look quite right, I carried on and broke it. So I'm waiting for a new converter for my Lamy to come. So I had to order that. I ordered that before New Year's and it still hasn't arrived yet, which is sad, but there we go. And then the other one, which I'm currently using at the moment, is this Asvine P50 spring-loaded pen, which I've currently got loaded with Arabian Nights, which is a diamine ink, and it's absolutely stunning. I got this for Christmas last year. It's a beautiful pen, it writes really nicely, and if I'm honest, it writes nicer than the Lamy, but I've just been using the Lamy in this mostly out of habit. So as you can see, I haven't put any stickers down on the 2024 calendar page, I've just marked it off. I might go back and put stickers on, but to be honest, I don't really like the stickers that I put on here, so I might not. And then 2025, I haven't done anything yet. I wanted to show you some of my favourite pages, and then once I've gone through and taken all of these out, once I've shown you the pages that I wanted to showcase today, I will do like a flip thing, and it will just be a quick thing at the end. So I'll try and timestamp that for you. But here we go. So this page I wanted to show you because of this bit here. and I wanted to give you a bit of an idea of how, if you are thinking, oh, I don't know how I'll use my diary, or you've got one this year and you're a little bit nervous of, you know, putting things on this side of the page. I don't write on this side of the page all the time. Most of the time I actually don't. I have put some stickers down here and there, but generally I don't put them on there that often. I'm trying to kind of leave it so that if next year I want to put something on this side of the page, there's room. And when I get to the end of the 5 year diary, I'll either go back in and see how many blank pages there are and maybe put something on, or I'll just leave it. But one of the things that I do put in is recipes. If I found a recipe that I really like, for instance this honey oat loaf, oh my god, I spent months eating this at the start of the year. I haven't made it since about July because I was eating so much of it. It was ridiculous. It was literally, it was coming out the oven and I was just slicing it and eating it as soon as I could. So that's an idea that you might want to look at, is putting kind of recipes on here. I've done it later on in the book as well. And I really, really like that because I just think it's really nice, because it's kind of like when you pass this down or you look at this in 5-10 years time, you've then got a real kind of memory whack, if that makes sense, of, oh yeah, I do remember this food and it was really nice and I should make that again. The next thing I wanted to show you was this spread, and this is actually the 5 days that I didn't do in March, and this is because this is the first week we had our little boy at home with us. We had a newborn to look after. It was, well, if you had a newborn at home then you can imagine what it was like, but I wanted to make these pages into something other than just a blank entry, so I went through and I put in these little mini collages, and I've actually done another video about this, so I'll link that one up in the corner as well, where you can watch me do them if you wanted to do so. But I thought that's maybe something you might want to consider if you've just got the odd 1, 2, 3 pages where you think, oh, I haven't actually written anything on those. You could think about doing something like this if you were desperate to fill them. Okay, this one, I think this one might have been in the other video, but this is just kind of a demonstration of how you could do a collage on the right side of the page if you wanted to do so, and that might be a nice option for you if you're thinking, I want to try and fill it. I wouldn't do this too often because this really, really bulks out your book, and I would also be really careful if you are doing this and keeping it in line with the years, because what will happen is the top of your book will get really, really thick and then the bottom will be really thin and you won't be able to write on it. And when we get a little bit further down here, I'll show you some more bits that I've done where it was probably not the best idea I've ever had, because it made writing on it really difficult in like the days after, and I think actually this year writing on the next year it's going to be difficult again, because the tip-ins and the bits that I've stuck in on this side of the page are kind of hard to lean on because they don't cover the whole page, but you'll see in a minute what I mean. So I have popped a little sticker over our faces here, but I just wanted to show you what a page or a spread would look like with 2 years completed, a little bit more writing at the top, and then some pictures on it as well. And I'm hoping that this is eventually going to be one of the things that most of the spreads look like. So it'll be filled in this side and there'll be a few bits on this side of the page, and you know, maybe this year I'll add a little bit more, or I'll stick another picture in, or I'll put some decoration and just really make this a nice spread to look at. And one of the things that I really like about this spread on a personal note is that actually this entry up here is me talking about a lot of the anxieties I had with my little boy, and then this entry is a really positive one. A couple of reasons I've chosen this page. Again, it's across the 2 pages and it is a lovely event that I attended. So I went to see Taylor Swift with my 2 friends from uni. Hi Chelsea and Ness, I hope you're watching. We all had a wonderful time. It was lovely. Taylor Swift isn't my kind of music, but it was a lovely, lovely time and I really enjoyed going. But I wanted to show you what it might look like if you didn't put something in the top bit. So this is all from 2024. I hadn't put anything in 2023. And you know what? I think I'm going to leave it like this. If I put something for 2025, it's unlikely that I'll need to put something here, but if I do, then that's what I would kind of put under here. And then I wanted to show you this page just to show you what it could look like if you fill the whole of the right hand side of the page. And this is a piece of writing about having a baby and expectations, and managing those expectations and how things may be different from what you think. And I have gone ahead and decorated it with some sterling ink stickers, and down in the bottom I've used whiteout here to get rid of the quote that you have normally, just to make it look cohesive. And I've just done this writing, and I've done this on a couple of other pages with song lyrics that I really like. So I've got a couple of my favourite songs written out on some of the pages too. So this is something that I wanted to show you because it relates back to what I was saying about one of these earlier pages. So for like this page, where I said be careful with how much you put in. So these are drawings that I did at Sketch Club. I've done this 3 or 4 times, I think, in this book. I really shouldn't have put these in. They could come out, to be fair. The washi tape isn't particularly strong on them. I could probably get them out if I needed to. And if I did, I wouldn't be that upset if they weren't in there. I'd probably store them somewhere else. But it makes it really difficult now to write on this page, and it was really tough writing this year, especially this line at the bottom. And actually I think in November I'm going to really struggle to write this page. I could flip it up, but you know, it's just a little bit tricky. Like this one's really difficult to write on the back of, and actually you can see, can you see there how the paper's started to kind of bend to the line of the card? So yeah, I just think it wasn't my best idea. If you want to tip in stuff like that, then great, go for it, but just be aware that it is going to affect how you use the journal going forward, and it will probably affect it in ways that you may not expect as well. Another tip in for all that, just said don't do the tip ins, but there we go. I thought this was just a really nice little example of kind of creative visual journaling. So this was a ticket we had for a little Christmas train we went on with my little boy, and then underneath I just decorated it and added in some little quotes. He kept shouting choo choo when we got there, and he was so excited to get on the train. I've just added in some of my Christmas stickers, that kind of thing. And then there's a couple of special pages that I wanted to show you. So at the end of my last 5-year diary flip through, I said I wasn't sure what I was going to do with these year pages at the back. So there's these 5 full year pages, and then this remember this page. I'm still not 100% certain what I'm going to do with this remember this page, because if I'm completely honest, I kind of forgot it existed. But maybe I'll do like a mega 5-year recap here. But what I've done on 2023 and 2024 is I've gone ahead, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer, and I've written like 4 or 5 lines, sentences about each month, and just really summarised what we did in those months. So for instance, in May 2023, my other half had a whole week off at the start of the month, so we did a lot together as a family, and I've written that down. And then I've put in when he slept through a little bit more. I put in kind of an explanation of what we did at Christmas each year and what we did at New Year's. So it's just a really quick, condensed overview of the year, and I've just glued them in. They're just printed out on normal printer paper. I just did them on Google Documents, but you could do it on Word, you could do it on Canva, just cut it to size, resized it, made it all look the right size, and that's how it's turned out, and I'm really pleased with it. I really like that, and I think that's a much better idea than me trying to write it all by hand, because I had to go back in and edit it, and I know if I'd written it by hand I'd have got to like here and I'd still be on July. So this really made sure that I had everything I wanted on here, and it's just something that I can look back on and go, oh yeah, we did do that, the things that were really key to me in those months. And what I tried to do in 2024, because I knew I wanted to do it again, and I will try my hardest to do in 2025, is at the end of each month or every couple of months is I will go into this document and add in what we've done this year, so I'm not scrabbling around like I did in December trying to get it done. So the last page I wanted to show you before I do my little flip through, and I will be putting some little stickers over the top of this just for privacy reasons, but this is the leap day spread. So 2024 we had a leap year, and it happened to be 2 days after my little boy's birthday. So what I've done is I've gone ahead, I wrote the day, I took a little bit longer and made sure I wrote everything I wanted to write down, but I then put in a picture of him when he was a wee little baby, and then just a picture of him around the same time this year. So that is a year difference roughly between these two pictures. And next year, you know, I'll put a little picture of him here, and then I'm going to put one there and then one there, and I'll just put a line or two just about him that year or what he's doing in that picture, just to kind of condense it all and just keep it nice and together. Obviously there's no leap years anymore in this diary, it's only the one, but I just thought that was a really nice way of doing it. So are we ready for the flip? It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's see if I can do this properly. So there we go. Oh, see, it's getting stuck. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with myself. I'm really proud that I've managed to stick to this for 2 years, and I think it is something that, you know, I have absolutely no regrets about starting. Yeah, there have been times where I've gone, oh my gosh, I've got weeks to catch up on, and I've definitely, unfortunately, fallen a little bit out of the habit of writing in it in the last couple of weeks. But you know what, I've filled almost every page in now, and I'm really, really pleased with that. And I hope in 2025 it's something I can build into my routine a little bit more. I did do really well in 2023, I think, but I think that was because I was on maternity leave for most of 2023. So I didn't have, you know, as much other pressure to do it. But I have completed 2 years now, and that is a really big achievement for someone who pretty much picks things up for 1 week and then drops them off again. And I'm hoping that this might inspire you, if you've received one of these or you bought yourself one of these this year, to give it a go. You know, there's no right or wrong. It's very, very easy when you watch videos like this to go, oh, I can never commit to that, or oh, I wouldn't make it as beautiful as that, or what, oh, I wouldn't be able to write as neatly as that. It doesn't matter. It's your diary. You write the way you want to. If you want to just stick in pictures of your pets every single day, then great, go for it, do it. Just use it how you want to, and be open to the possibilities of what you could create, which is essentially 5 years of memories all in one place. I am very determined to keep going with this. I think it has really truly become part of my routine and my consciousness and my life now, so I don't see any problems with that. There will be more videos about my 5-year diary coming up on the channel, and I will do another flip through like this in 2025, the start of 2026 maybe, just to show you what 3 years in this looks like, and perhaps show you some more of my favourite spreads. If you like this kind of content, then do let me know. If you'd like to see me filling it in real time, let me know. I don't know if that's something people want, because it's not the kind of video that I would normally watch, but I know that some people do like that kind of reciprocal planning, if that makes sense. So you do it while someone else is doing it, or you watch someone plan whilst you plan, and I'm quite happy to do that if it's motivating for people and if you think that would be useful for you, because there will undoubtedly be times where I do have a bit of a backlog again. Or if you just want me to show you how I do one of the right-sided spreads, or what I do for kind of marking things off, just let me know. If I have any major developments with this, I will let you guys know as well on the channel. So do subscribe and stay up to date with what I'm posting, and I will see you guys again soon with another video. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful 2025 and that you can all reach the goals that you set yourself, and take care, and I will see you again soon. you.